The British Institute was founded in 1984, and we've helped thousands of people develop their English language skills. Using communicative, student-centered, and task-based approach, our academic team ensures that our delivery methods are up to date. Our public class students undergo a variety of courses such as very young learners, pre-teenagers, teenagers, general English, business communication, conversation, writing, and many more. Naturally, the lessons are accompanied with various fun activities. In the last few years, English has become essential for business. Our corporate training is here to provide the necessary English language coaching for companies or institutions that want to increase their competitive value. The demand to pursue a degree abroad increases year by year. Our exam preparation class will help you achieve your desired score and teach you strategies to face your chosen international exam. As the only authorized CELTA center in Indonesia, TBI is an extension of University of Cambridge English. CELTA is the world's leading teacher training qualification. We also provide teacher training programs for teachers or for those who wish to teach. Established more than 35 years ago and has branches in many major cities in Indonesia. Recognized by the University of Cambridge English as the only CELTA center in Indonesia. Our teachers have international certifications and are experienced. Follows international standards of teaching and assessment methods. Has taught more than 50,000 people and in more than 1,000 companies. We've helped them compete in the marketplace. When's your turn?
Tahan di masa yang berat bukan perkara mudah. Tekanan dan kesulitan datang beriringan dengan tingginya ketidakpastian. Lelah sudah pasti, perasaan yang menyerah mudah menghadapi. Meskipun lelah, jangan lekas menyerah. Harapan yang dirawat akan menguatkan setiap langkah. Ibarat benih tanaman berlaku terkubur dalam gelapnya tanah. Keyakinan benih itu akan tumbuh, membuat kita giat merawat, membuatnya tumbuh dengan akar yang kuat. Begitu juga harapan. Jika tidak kehilangan, harapan akan tumbuh jadi kekuatan. Kekuatan untuk bertahan, kekuatan untuk terus melangkah meskipun terlambat. Tanam harapan, perjuangkan, dan bertahan. Harapan yang bermekaran menunjukkan keyakinan untuk bisa bertahan, bisa tetap melangkah di tengah ketidakpastian. Jadikan harapan sekarang untuk bersama melangkah menuju masa depan.
Halo, selamat siang Tibadis dan sahabat Kompas.com semua yang sudah hadir di webinar siang ini. Apa kabarnya semua? Semoga semua dalam keadaan sehat ya. Iya, tadi sempat videonya nggak ada suaranya, benar. Banyak yang bertanya nih di kolom chat kenapa, memang ada gangguan sedikit ya. Saya ucapkan selamat datang di webinar English Day bertema Fluency versus Accuracy, mana yang lebih penting nih dalam bahasa Inggris. Nah, webinar English Day kali ini merupakan acara kolaborasi antara TBI dan Kompas.com yang akan diadakan setiap bulannya nih. Di bulan Maret ini temanya adalah Fluency versus Accuracy, mana yang lebih penting dalam bahasa Inggris. Jadi, tiap bulan semua sahabat Kompas.com dan Tibadis bisa nih belajar beragam tema tentang pembelajaran bahasa Inggris yang tentunya bakal sangat berguna untuk kebutuhan sehari-hari, untuk sekolah, kuliah, melamar beasiswa luar negeri, sampai dunia kerja. Oke, sebelumnya, sebelum kita mulai, di sini ada tata tertib ya untuk English Day, bisa dibaca. Oke, udah ngerti ya, bisa semua bisa di-mute selama webinar kita berlangsung biar berjalan dengan tenang nih. Oke, jadi tema English Day hari ini sangat menarik nih, Tibadis dan sahabat Kompas.com, karena kita akan membahas tentang mana sih yang lebih penting antara fasih bahasa Inggris atau keakuratan. Nah, sebelum kita menyapa narasumber kali ini, sebelumnya aku mau bertanya nih sama semua yang hadir di sini, teman-teman. Siapa sih yang belum tahu The British Institute atau biasa dikenal dengan TBI? Pasti udah pada tahu kan? Oke, TBI sudah berdiri nih sejak 38 tahun yang lalu di Indonesia dan cabang-cabangnya sudah tersebar, nggak hanya di Jakarta, Depok, dan Tangerang, namun juga di kota-kota besar seperti Bandung, Malang, Surabaya, dan Bali. TBI menyediakan program pembelajaran bahasa Inggris mulai dari kelas anak-anak, remaja, dewasa, guru, profesional, dan juga untuk in-house training atau corporate, dan memiliki digital learning program yang dapat diakses di mana saja dan kapan saja. Jadi siapapun nih bisa belajar bahasa Inggris sekarang juga di TBI. Bahkan TBI merupakan satu-satunya tempat kursus bahasa Inggris di Indonesia yang sudah bersertifikat The University of Cambridge English untuk menjalankan kursus pelatihan CELTA. Nah, guru-guru yang mengajar di TBI ini juga sudah memiliki sertifikat CELTA yang sudah diakui secara internasional. Nah, seperti narasumber kita nih yang satu ini sudah memiliki sertifikat CELTA. Kita lihat dulu yuk profilnya yuk. Nah, Miss Agnes Herlina biasanya kita akrab dipanggilnya Miss Agnes. Oke, Miss Agnes ini sudah punya sertifikat CELTA. Sudah 12 tahun menjadi guru, mulai dari kelas anak-anak sampai dewasa, dan sekarang menjadi senior teacher di TBI Malang. Oke, kita sapa langsung aja yuk untuk Miss Agnes Herlina.
Hai Tibadis and sahabat kompas.com, how are you today?
How are you? Boleh nih di open suaranya, how are you?
Iya nih, pengen dengar suaranya dari teman-teman
Pengen
nih.
dengar.
Baik
ya. Baik, semuanya baik nih. Senang banget hari ini, aku juga semangat nih mau belajar bahasa Inggris sama Miss Agnes. Oke, mungkin bisa di stop share Miss Dina, kita biar ngeliat nih mukanya Miss Agnes. Nah, ini dia Miss Agnes. Apa kabar Miss?
Baik, baik. Gimana Mbak Yunda? Apa kabar?
Baik Miss, alhamdulillah. Nah Miss, aku mungkin di sini juga dialami nih sama Tibadis yang hadir di sini dan sahabat kompas.com tentang kadang-kadang nih aku malu nih ngomong bahasa Inggris karena belum akurat nih Miss, belum lancar, aku jadi aku malu nih. Tapi ada juga yang ya udahlah, yang penting berani aja dulu gitu ya. Kayak kita lagi apa sih belakangan ini kan netizen tentang apa namanya logat Jaksel yang gabung-gabung ini bahasa Inggris dengan bahasa Indonesia, yang penting berani aja dulu gitu. Nah kalau menurut Miss Agnes nih sebenarnya mana sih yang lebih penting atau jangan-jangan sama-sama penting nih Miss?
Nah, sebenarnya sih keduanya sama-sama pentingnya ya. Makanya hari ini kita mau bahas tentang fluency and accuracy, mana yang kita butuhkan duluan nih untuk bisa berkomunikasi lancar dalam bahasa Inggris. Kita kupas tuntas hari ini deh pokoknya.
Oke, Miss Agnes, silakan Miss ya. Time is yours.
Thank you. Oke. Alright, so good afternoon Tibadis and sahabat kompas.com. I hope all of you are okay today. Berdasarkan yang sudah tadi Mbak Yunda sebutkan, kita akan bahas tentang fluency versus accuracy. Which one is more important? But before we go on to our webinar, because we are in collaboration with kompas.com, so now we're going to play a game first, vocabulary game. Okay, so which words that are related to newspaper? Bisa langsung on mikrofonnya on, bisa langsung disebutkan. Which words related to newspaper? Ada yang mau coba? Atau mau kalau malu-malu boleh coba tulis di chat aja. Oke, let's see. Article, newspaper, journalist, alright. Editorial, okay. What else? Publisher, headline, advertisement. Okay. Anything else? Oh, ada lagi nih yang ngetik di chat. News agent, ya. Yeah. Alright. We have one more. Okay, anyone? Kira-kira ada lagi nggak kata-kata di word art ini yang related to newspaper? Let's see. Local news, yes. Press, okay.
Dan jawab all of them, Miss.
Oh yeah, all of them. Are you sure all of them? Coba dilihat lagi. Are all these words related to newspaper? Underground? What do you think? Okay. How about daily? Daily, weekly?
Media, I think.
Yeah, those words are related to newspaper as well, yeah. Okay. So, that's great. Thank you for your participation. Okay, so these are the things that we're going to discuss today in our webinar. First, we're going to talk about fluency, the definition, the use, and also some tips and tricks to improve our fluency. Second, accuracy, the definition and use, and also the how to improve our accuracy. And the last thing is which is more important for daily English. Okay. Teman-teman, suara saya kedengaran jelas ya? Please let me know if my voice is breaking, okay? All right, so fluency. What is fluency? Anyone? Kira-kira apa ya fluency in English?
Bisa dijawab di kolom chat ya.
Boleh. Atau mau langsung?
Mungkin ada yang malu-malu nih.
Iya, langsung on microphone juga nggak apa-apa. Anyone? What is fluency? Okay, let's see. Express something smoothly. How someone can speak English correctly. Speaking without hesitation. Okay, good. Right. Lancar berbahasa Inggris. Okay. Ada lagi kira-kira? Okay, so based on British Council Foundation, it is the flow and the efficiency of how you express your ideas, particularly in speaking. That's the first definition. The second definition is based on the TEFLacademy.com. Fluency refers to how well a learner communicates meaning rather than how many mistakes they make in grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. So, fluency is related on how you can deliver your message efficiently and smoothly without any hesitation. Jadi tidak ada pausing, tidak ada blocking atau stopping. Kita bisa berkomunikasi lancar dengan dalam berbahasa Inggris. That's fluency. Nah, dan yang paling penting di sini adalah sebenarnya the person that we're talking to understands what we say, understand the message that we're going to deliver to him. Itu poinnya untuk fluency. Okay. It is important that a person who is fluent may not necessarily be 100% accurate, because the most important thing here is there's no communication breakdown. Okay. All right. Next, there are some tips on how to be fluent. Kira-kira ada yang tahu? What should we do to improve our fluency, to increase our fluency? Anyone? Practice, habit, practice again. Okay. So first thing, do as many fluency activities as possible, such as conversation, role plays, and project. Because it deals about how we communicate efficiently, so it's important for us to speak, to use the language. In this case, to use English to communicate with others. Yeah, so try to speak English with your friends or maybe at home. Just make it as a habit, seperti yang sudah ada teman kita yang type di chat box tadi, ya. Okay, second, practice speaking English every day. If you want to speak English fluently, of course, you have to practice speaking English. If you don't want to practice, if you don't want to speak English, or if you don't want to use the language, how can you be fluent? So the key here is practice. Bahasanya dipakai dalam kesehariannya, dengan teman bisa, dengan keluarga di rumah, di sekolah, di kampus. Because I think nowadays it's not kind of weird thing that people speak English everywhere, right? Sudah bukan hal yang aneh lagi kan ya sekarang. Kalau dulu mungkin like something weird, tapi sekarang kan sudah tidak. So just speak, use the language every day. Okay. Be confident when you speak, just like what Mbak Yuna mentioned in the beginning of our webinar. Jadi kita harus pede. We have to be confident. Even though you think that, oh my God, my grammar is not perfect. My pronunciation is also not perfect. I don't know how to say this and that. First, you have to be very confident in speaking the language. Okay, wait, can you hear my voice clearly? Jelas ya? Suara saya ya?
Jelas, Miss.
Okay, thank you. All right, so be confident. Confidence is really important when we want to speak foreign language. In this case, English. Karena kalau nggak pede, walaupun grammarnya perfect juga sama saja, tidak dipakai. Nah, this one is also very important. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. One of the biggest mistakes that people make when they try to speak foreign language is they're afraid to make mistakes itself. Jadi sebelum ngomong sudah kepikiran, oh my God, what if my grammar is, what if the word is wrong? What if I don't use present simple correctly? Which tense should I use? How to pronounce this word? So you have to be confident and don't be afraid of that, because you can learn from your mistakes. Okay. So the last point that is also very important is vocabulary range. How to build up our vocabulary? The only way is read a lot. Read any pieces of materials that you like, especially the thing. You have to start from something that you like. Misalnya nih, teman-teman suka traveling, baca artikel traveling in English. In that way, you will widen your vocabulary range. And if you don't understand the meaning of certain words, don't hesitate to look up dictionary. Kalau nggak tahu ini kira-kira artinya apa ya, cek dictionary. And in that way also that you can improve or you can widen your vocabulary range. Okay, so these are important things that you have to do if you want to speak fluently. Okay. Next. About accuracy. What is it? What is accuracy? Kira-kira ada yang mau bantu saya untuk menjawab what is accuracy? Teman-teman boleh langsung ngomong ya. Atau mau type in chat box. Let's see. Demonstrate your ability to use the necessary vocabulary, grammar, and punctuation correctly. Okay, hit the point. Okay. All right. What else here? What else? What we got here? All right, so here you go. Accuracy refers to how correct learners' use of language system is, including their use of correct grammar, performs sentence patterns, vocabulary, and pronunciation. This is the definition of accuracy based on the TEFLacademy.com. The second one, it demonstrates your ability in using the language components correctly. Language components including grammar and vocabulary. So accuracy deals with how you produce sentences. How you produce sentences, kira-kira menggunakan correct tenses atau tidak, pronunciation, bagaimana bagaimana pronunciation kita, including the sound and so on. Kalimat yang kita pakai apakah perfect atau tidak, it is accuracy. Jadi keakuratan dalam menggunakan bahasa Inggris. Seperti misalnya bagaimana kita menggunakan past tense. So when we want to share others about our past experience, what do we use? Do we use present simple, present perfect, or past simple? So it deals with accuracy. Yeah. Okay. And also prepositions like in, on, at. Itu semua termasuk dalam language components, grammar and vocabulary. Biasanya untuk accuracy, it is particularly important for written assignments at university. So if you have to write journal in English, so accuracy is needed there. Karena kalau kita a piece of writing, of course we have to use correct tenses, right? Correct sentence patterns, right? There are things that we can do to improve our accuracy in English. Anybody knows maybe? Kira-kira apa yang harus kita lakukan untuk supaya accuracy-nya kita perfect nih? Coba kita lihat di chat box. Learn grammar, taking course, study more, listening and read book. Read a lot of articles. Okay, practice more. All right. So you guys have mentioned everything that is important, yeah? First, read any types of materials on a daily basis. So reading doesn't only improve your fluency, doesn't only widen your vocabulary range, but also it can improve your accuracy, because by reading, you will understand the sentence patterns. Sentence pattern yang dipakai untuk artikel, untuk news, atau story, short story, or novels, everything is different. Berbeda, penggunaan katanya pun berbeda. Jadi dengan membaca banyak any types of materials, kalian akan memperkaya. You will enrich your vocabulary, enrich your sentence patterns. Itu akan memperkaya perbendaharaan kita juga semuanya. Jadi baca, read. Who likes reading here? Siapa yang suka baca? Ada yang nggak suka baca di sini?
Bisa raise hand yuk, yang suka baca nih.
Okay, so read any types of materials on a daily basis, yeah, if you really want to improve your English skills. Do plenty of grammar exercises, just like what you mentioned in chat box. Karena dengan berlatih mengerjakan grammar exercise, kita akan bisa memperbaiki, kita akan bisa meningkatkan grammar awareness kita. Grammar awareness dibutuhkan ketika kita harus menulis kalimat berbahasa Inggris. So that's very important, ya. Juga kita butuhkan untuk speaking, of course. Okay, right. The third one is join English course to get feedback. This is also important because if you don't get feedback, that will be, no one will tell you which one is right, which one is wrong. Kalau kita nggak dapat feedback selama kita ngomong, nanti kita pun tidak akan belajar. Lain halnya kalau misalnya kita berbicara dengan teman kita, kemudian kita saling memberikan feedback, nah that's different. But feedback after each activity. Ada feedback dari teacher, dari situ kita belajar. Oh iya, harusnya nggak begini ya. Oke. All right, now we're gonna watch a video. Okay, and here there's a question here. What do you get from the video? Yeah, let me prepare the video for a minute. Setelah menonton videonya nanti, saya harapkan teman-teman bisa bisa participate ya, share your ideas on what you get from the video. Okay. All right. Okay. First, thumbs up if you can hear the audio clearly. Okay.
Anniversary and wants to give its fans a gift. Here are some gifts the club could
Can you hear
give.
the audio clearly? Teman-teman bisa dengar audionya?
Jelas, Miss?
Jelas ya. Oke, yang lainnya jelas ya? Alright, cool. So let's watch the video.
Talk together about the different things it could give and decide which the fans would like best. All right? Now talk together.
I think the calendar is perfect, or the t-shirt, because for me the calendar, I can see my club every day. When I just check in the date, I can see my club, and they are enjoying by the fifth anniversary for their, or fifth established for their club.
I think the t-shirt is the best idea. So if he had the t-shirt with him, he can always remember the team.
Yeah. But sometimes you can't wear the same t-shirt every day.
But at least you have it at home and you can
Yeah, that's
see
true.
it, even if you don't wear it.
Yeah. And for this football, I think no, because I can't play football every day. If there is some students or from their fans, they can't play and keeping away from their studying or something.
I think it would be a good idea for the balloon football.
Yeah. And for this pair, no, because, or if they have a lot of children and from their fans, they can give it to their children.
Yes.
For book or album, I think it's album for pictures.
For pictures, yes.
Yes, it will be nice.
So that he can put all her pictures in this album,
Yeah,
and he can watch pictures whatever he wants.
yeah, and you keep remembering your team
good.
by the cover. It's amazing.
Yes.
What about this bag? What do you think about this bag?
I don't think that it's a good idea.
But it's useful nowadays. You can use it for going to school or for going to the gym. You can put your tools.
But
Thank
to
you.
give an
Which sports do you like?
I prefer football. I love football. My admirers football. I watch it. I play it. I am very interested about football. I watch it from when I was child. I rise with football. Yeah.
for me is swimming. I love swimming. I really enjoy swimming. It doesn't matter if it will be on summer or on spring. I love swimming in the swimming pool, but especially on the beach. It's my favorite activity to do.
Yeah, swimming helped me sometimes to relax.
Yeah.
If I swim, that I lose my weight. I'm like flying and
Yes.
yeah, like floating in the water.
Yeah,
It's
swimming
amazing.
permits us to be relaxed.
Yeah.
Why do so many people like football?
Because everyone can watch it, and if you have one team in your like hometown or your country, he won a lot of competitions that make a lot of supporters they have the same admirers and the same ambition about their teams. And for me, it's the best sport. Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yes, I agree. I think that football is an international sport. In every country, we can see that there is a lot of teams which play through footballs. Yes, I agree.
Do you have a favorite sport?
Okay, so what do you get from the video? Especially during the interaction of both people. Anyone? They talk about sports, yes. Related to the topic that we're discussing. Do they speak very fluently and 100% accurate? No. Aha. Teman-teman kalau mau discuss langsung microphone on, it's okay ya.
Yuk,
Okay.
raise hand yang mungkin yang mau berdiskusi langsung. Bisa raise hand loh.
The accent is difficult. Yeah, come from English-speaking countries. Do you think? Apakah mereka berasal dari negara yang berbahasa Inggris? Oh, okay. Dr. Beatrix, raise hand. Okay, yes, please share your ideas.
Silakan open mic
Okay,
dan open
Noni.
kamera.
Is it for me?
Okay, yes, please share your ideas.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. So I think it's about, because I am a teacher, so I know this is about an examiner examine some tasks to some students. So it's about a discussion. I think the examiner gives some pictures, I think, and then they talk about it and pick some gifts that they want to give. If they choose, maybe it's for a football club, I think. Is it true?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
So
okay.
what do you think? Do they speak fluently?
Pardon me?
Do they speak fluently?
No, I think the man, because maybe he comes from non-English
English-speaking country.
speaking, so I think he's from somewhere from in Middle East, I think, because the accent is too hard to understand, and he does so many pauses, I think. He does so many pauses and not much fluent. Not like the woman. I think she's better than the man.
She spoke more fluently, yeah, than the man.
Yeah.
Okay. Did they speak accurately with perfect English?
They share their ideas very well, I think, because they can mention the reasons and pick some of the gifts that they want to give. But that's like what I said, maybe the man has to be more practiced.
Okay.
Maybe about the fact
Right.
vocabulary or the how to pick up vocabulary, maybe it's the important one. Yeah.
Right. Okay, thank you, Noni, for sharing your ideas.
Thank you.
Here I see Yudhishthira. Please share your ideas. What do you think about the video? Especially about the people talking there.
Okay, I think first of all, the communication between the woman and the man is slightly different. Well, the man, I think, is not too fluently, or he get a difficult accent, and he also can express clearly, so I can get what the idea he wants to tell about. And as for the woman, she gets more clearly idea, such as like I catch a gift for a football, then woman say that, what about t-shirt? And the man replied, but he replied by grumble or something like that.
Okay.
So I can hear clearly. Yeah. Also,
All right.
when the teacher are asking about this, what kind of sport do you like? Then the woman say that I like swimming, blah blah blah. But the man, I don't know. It's just like that.
Okay. All right. But was there any communication breakdown between the two people, with the man and the woman? Do you think?
Breakdown, you mean not fluent?
Breakdown, yeah, not fluent. So like one of them didn't understand what the other said, something like that.
Based on my review, I think they know each other, what they were talking about. As for we as the audience, maybe not to get what they are they were talking about, because
All right.
one of them were speaking very like
Not so clear, yeah?
yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank you for sharing your ideas. Share the ideas. Oh, okay. Is my voice breaking?
Yes,
So
lady.
sorry. Yeah, so sorry. Internet connection is unstable, but hopefully you get the idea. Okay, so from the video, we learned that we never be 100% fluent and 100% accurate at the same time. Yeah, but as long as there's no communication breakdown, once again, the person that we're talking to understand what we say, that's the most important thing, because that is the function of language, right? Okay. Here you go. So, does fluent communication mean it is always good and accurate language production? Yes or no? Let's see. Okay, Ellen, somebody is raising the hand.
Yeah, Miss, I'm here.
Okay, yes, please.
Okay,
What do you think?
I don't think that fluent communication means that we always have a good or accurate language production, as long as the message is conveyed and then the person that we talk to understand what we're saying, and that's all. So you don't need to be really what we call it. You don't really need to be fluent, and then you don't really need to what we call it to have a good accent or pronunciation. Of course, good pronunciation and good accent will help our what we call it our audience to understand our message better. But other than that, we can still use the hand gesture, facial what we call it,
Exactly.
expression, something like that.
Yes. Right. Okay. The second question. Are accurate vocabulary usage, sentence construction, and pronunciation needed for daily English? For communicating with other people? What do you think? Okay, somebody is typing in chat. Yes. Okay, anyone? Accurate vocabulary usage. No, we just say with simple words. So, yeah, the conclusion is not necessarily, because once again, just like what Ellen, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, as long as the message is conveyed clearly and both people that speak to each other understand what the other one says, then that's it. No communication breakdowns, then that's it. That's the most important thing. All right. So based on the video, we can conclude that fluency is more important than accuracy in daily English, because we use the language for communication, right? So it's very important that the message is delivered clearly, just like what I mentioned earlier. Yeah. Okay. The fact is, a person that has good communication skills and confidence but a low accuracy level in English can be a more effective communicator in English than a person who has a high level of accuracy but low confidence. So what's the point? What's the point here? Based on the fun fact here. Poinnya kira-kira apa dari facts setelah kita menonton video from our previous discussion? Be confident to use the language. Because it will be useless if you have high grammar awareness, but you're not confident to use the language for communication. Yeah, so remember that language is used for communication. Language adalah alat kita untuk berkomunikasi dengan banyak orang. In this case, English. Alat kita untuk berkomunikasi dengan mereka-mereka yang berasal dari negara yang berbahasa Inggris. So we can get more knowledge. We can widen our perspective, right? Jadi, so the conclusion is this one: be confident to use the language. Thank you. So yeah.
Oke, Miss Agnes, aduh, iya nih bener banget nih. Aku jadi baru mengerti sekarang yang penting adalah percaya diri, be confident, ya, Miss. Karena bahasa itu memang untuk komunikasi. Gimana kalau kita nggak pakai, gimana kita mau lancar gitu intinya ya?
Iya, betul.
Oke, baik. Di sini Tibadis dan sahabat kompas.com yang mau bertanya bisa raise hand langsung nih sama Miss Agnes. Yuk, raise hand, jangan malu-malu yuk untuk bertanya, nggak apa-apa. In bahasa, it's okay.
In bahasa, it's okay.
It's okay loh. Ini kita nggak harus berbahasa Inggris kalau memang belum. Kita di sini belajar untuk pede. Ada yang raise hand, Dila raise hand. Oke, Dila bisa open camera and microphone. Atau bisa dibantu sama operator mungkin? Bisa dibantu sama Miss Dina. Oh, can I just write the question? Ya, boleh.
Yes,
boleh
please.
di kolom chat. Silakan, mungkin ada yang mau raise hand lagi. Mumpung nih bisa tanya-tanya loh sama Miss Agnes, ya kan? Kapan lagi loh ini kita belajar bahasa Inggris gratis sama pakarnya. Ada 2 yang raise hand, siapa lagi ini? Marlin. Oh, udah mute.
Ya, siang Miss Agnes.
Selamat siang.
Terima kasih ya buat seminarnya, sangat membantu. Ya, ya saya punya pertanyaan ya, saya ibu rumah tangga. Tadi kebetulan juga pas lihat Kompas langsung ikut aja gitu ya. Untuk sekedar untuk mengetahui apa sih yang mau dibicarain gitu ya dalam seminar ini, apakah memang ada pembelajaran khusus atau mungkin ada tips-tips khusus buat kita gitu ya. Yang saya mau tanyain itu, saya ini kan ingin memperbaiki ya, memperlancar istilahnya bahasa Inggris gitu. Saya ada melihat juga yang breaking atau apa English breaking seperti itu. Saya mungkin Miss punya bisa berbagi tips ya di mana bisa les atau ambil kurs untuk conversation gitu yang bagus lah istilahnya untuk melatih percakapan sehari-hari seperti itu, Miss. Ada tips untuk biar bisa lebih lancar lagi walaupun memang kerjanya sebagai ibu rumah tangga ya. Jadi ya, mungkin bisa tolong dibagi infonya seperti itu. Terima kasih.
Mungkin tentang kelasnya nih Miss Agnes ya. Banyak mungkin yang sekarang pengen bisa lancar, ya kelas apa yang harus aku ambil nih? Gimana tuh? Silahkan.
Oke, untuk kelas yang fokus ke speaking, di TBI kita ada untuk English course, Tentunya di TBI kita ada conversation class, di mana di conversation class itu fokusnya ke speaking dan listening. Jadi nanti di kelas itu kita akan diberi activity, role plays. You will be given opportunities, a lot of opportunities to speak. Nah, setelah activity nanti teacher akan memberikan feedback. Jadi feedback itu memang sangat penting sekali ya, terutama untuk kita yang masih baru belajar bahasa Inggris, karena dengan feedback itu kita jadi tahu, oh ini toh yang benar, oh oke, that one is wrong, oke, so ya dari feedback itulah kita belajar. Jadi memang saya sarankan untuk join ke conversation class. Untuk pertanyaan yang kedua tadi, bagaimana cara improve sebagai ibu rumah tangga ya? Am I right?
Iya betul Miss, katanya tadi walaupun aku ibu rumah tangga, aku harus lancar.
Oh bisa, don't worry. I'm also a housewife, so based on my experience that kita bisa mulai dari hal-hal yang kecil, hal-hal yang simple, like membiasakan dengan anak-anak kita, like good morning, seperti itu, simple aja, thank you. Like simple words can make a big difference. Jadi bisa dimulai dengan kata-kata yang simple seperti greetings, good morning, good night, mommy, mommy, can you help me? You can get your children, get used to them to speak English from a very simple one. Begitu. Ibu Marlin,
Ibu Marlin sudah jelas kah?
Ada lagi yang mau ditanyakan?
Sudah, tampaknya sudah jelas ya. Aku mau membacakan nih yang tadi Miss dari Ibu Dila yang tadi sempat raise hand ya. Dia mau bertanya, I know the confidence is important, but how to build the confidence in your way nih. Ini sama seperti pertanyaannya dari Jihan Aulia, mirip-mirip nih. Could you please tell us how to be confident? How do we practice speak without partner? Kalau nggak ada partner gimana, Miss? Jadi gimana cara kita bisa confidence, terus bagaimana cara kita melancarkan bahasa Inggris kalau nggak ada partnernya nih, Miss?
Yang pertama yang build up confidence ya. Build up confidence. It really depends on the person. But what I do usually, I try to speak in front of the mirror. Jadi saya praktisnya seperti itu untuk meningkatkan. Jadi saya pengen melihat gimana kalau saya bicara di depan umum itu bagaimana. Jadi saya melihat di kaca. Kan kadang kalau kita melihat di kaca, kita melihat bayangan kita sendiri. Oh my God, you know like like that. But yeah, that's one of the things that I usually do. Itu untuk build up confidence. Tapi jangan lupa juga we have to do other things like build up our vocabulary range. Ini berhubungan dengan pertanyaan dari Jihan Aulia tadi ya, yang biar nggak terlalu lama berpikir mencari kata-kata. Itulah mengapa reading is very important. Untuk confidence itu yang biasanya saya lakukan dan sebenarnya berbeda-beda sih ya. Berbeda-beda setiap orang karena setiap orang they have their own way to build up their confidence, like mingle with other people, and if you have best friends, maybe you can you can try to speak English with them and then ask them, invite them to get ask them to give you comments or feedback on your English. Itu juga salah satu. Kemudian let your friends give you feedback. Itu salah satunya. Begitu. And what is the third question, Mbak Yunda?
Ada lagi mau raise hand?
Yang ini ya. How do we practice speaking without partner?
Iya, without partner.
Without partner susah juga memang ya practice speaking without partner. Bisa tadi seperti yang saya katakan, jadi we try to speak in front of the mirror. Itu sebenarnya bisa juga untuk latihan practice, and it's a good way to practice actually. gitu. Does it
Ngobrol
answer?
dengan diri sendiri aja dulu berarti ya, Miss?
Ya, betul,
Oke
betul,
loh itu.
betul. Dicoba dulu, pede nggak ngobrol dengan diri sendiri. Nah, kalau ngobrol dengan diri sendiri nggak pede, nanti otomatis ngobrol dengan orang lain juga akan susah, ya. So try to speak in front of the mirror first. Let's see if you are confident with that, then I'm sure that you can speak with other people too. Does it answer your question? Dari
Sudah jelas.
dari
sepertinya sudah
Jihan
ya.
Aulia. Oke. Jihan, does it answer your question? Oke, no worries.
Oke, aku ada satu lagi nih, Miss, dari Bila Amanda. Jadi untuk orang yang ingin melanjutkan pembelajaran bahasa Inggris yang sempat berhenti, kira-kira harus mulai dari mana nih, Miss? Misalnya dulu mungkin dia sempat belajar, sudah level berapa, tapi berhenti. Nah, ini enaknya seperti apa? Mana dulu yang harus dipelajari, katanya, Miss?
Oke. Sebenarnya the easiest way is joining English course. Karena dengan joining English course di situ teman-teman akan ada placement test. Jadi sebelum join nanti ada placement test. Jadi tahu nih levelnya berapa. Oh, level saya sebenarnya sudah di pre-inter. Jadi sebenarnya lumayan sih. So ya. Jadi untuk itu sih untuk tahu levelnya. Kemudian yang kedua, apa dulu yang dipelajari? It depends on your needs. Jadi kira-kira kebutuhannya apa nih untuk to improve your speaking skills, for example? Then of course you have to build up your vocabulary range. That's the first thing that you have to do. And then practice using the language. Balik lagi ke praktis ya. Jadi tergantung kebutuhannya untuk apa. If you want to improve your reading comprehension skills, so of course you have to read a lot. Oke. Sebenarnya seperti itu. Oke. Does it answer your question? Dila ya? Dila Amanda?
Sudah jelas kah, Ibu Dila?
Jadi balik lagi tergantung kebutuhannya. Mau improve apa nih? Sebenarnya basicnya memang vocabulary ya. So first thing that you have to do is you have to widen your vocabulary range. Semua dasar dari semuanya, dari speaking, writing, reading, and listening to. Begitu.
Oke. Aduh, Mas, sebenarnya masih ada banyak nih, Miss, pertanyaan. Cuma waktu kita udah mau habis nih, Miss Agnes.
Iya.
Sayang banget, tapi it's okay karena nanti ini kan kita rutin ya, TBI dan Kompas.com mengadakan setiap bulan.
Ya.
Jadi bulan depan ikut lagi nih, karena temanya akan menarik. Mungkin sekarang kita foto dulu kali ya?
Boleh.
Belum dengar kiat-kiat terakhir dari Miss Agnes, kita berfoto dulu nih, biar masih pada semangat. Oke, foto session. Oke, baik. Bisa dimulai, Miss Dina? Kalau sudah oke, aku akan hitung nih.
Oke, halo semuanya. Hai Mbak Yunda, hai Miss Agnes.
Hai Mbak Dina.
Foto-foto dulu ya. Mungkin buat semuanya yang belum kebuka nih fotonya. Sebentar.
Yuk kita open kamera semua yuk. Biar seru nih, karena nanti akan tayang loh ini.
Biar kelihatan muka-muka ganteng dan cantiknya ya Mbak ya.
Betul.
Oke. Oke, kita mulai dari halaman pertama dulu ya. Ini ada berapa halaman nih? Kita halaman pertama dulu ya. Oke, siap semuanya. Senyum. 1, 2, 3. Oke. Halaman selanjutnya.
Yang seru ya posenya ya, boleh loh.
Dong,
seru-seruan di sini.
Jangan datar-datar aja. Oke, sebentar halaman selanjutnya. 1, 2, 3. Oke, sekali lagi ya, soalnya ini ada notifikasi. Oke, sekali lagi. 1. Yang belum open cam, boleh open cam. Masih ditunggu. Oke, ada yang open cam lagi nih. Tadi belum open cam, sekarang udah. Oke, 1, 2, 3. Mantap. Oke, thank you semuanya.
Terima kasih semuanya. Aduh, udah seneng banget nih ya. Kayaknya seru-seru banget nih hari ini. Lancar-lancar banget loh bahasa Inggrisnya Miss Agnes. Aku miss.
Iya nih, saya juga
Udah
seneng nih.
lancar-lancar banget nih.
And
Nggak
everyone
akurasinya nih.
participated actively ya. So
Seneng banget
happy
nih hari
today.
ini nih. Oke, Miss. Ada nih nggak Miss closing statement deh dari Miss Agnes atau pesan-pesan khusus untuk Tibadis dan semua sahabat kompas.com yang sudah hadir hari ini nih, Miss?
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to thank you all to join this webinar, and also you participate actively during our webinar today. And there's only one more thing that I want to say to you, that to improve your fluency and accuracy in speaking English. Satu lagi, don't be afraid to make mistakes ya. Pokoknya pede aja dulu. Oke?
Oke, terima kasih banyak Miss Agnes dan teman-teman semua hari ini. Miss Agnes untuk ilmunya yang sangat bermanfaat ya. Nanti bulan depan, di bulan April, kita akan ada lagi nih English Day dengan TBI dan Kompas.com. Nah, temanya adalah Studying Abroad, Why Fluency and Accuracy Matters, a Key to Your Success Study. Nah, apalagi yang ingin melanjutkan studi nih di luar negeri, bisa banget nih join webinar kita di bulan depan ya. Nanti untuk infonya bisa terus dilihat di sosial media TBI maupun Kompas.com. Oke. Untuk sosial media TBI bisa ada di chat ya, kolom chat ya, Miss Dina sudah ngeklik di mana bisa dilihat untuk tanggal dan tema webinar kita bulan depan. Oke, baik teman-teman, terima kasih banyak sekali lagi untuk Miss Agnes, terima kasih banyak sudah memberikan ilmunya. Oh, udah ada di layar ya, bisa dilihat infonya di sosial media kita. Dan untuk pendaftarannya bisa langsung, masih gratis loh ini selama setahun ya, Miss.
Iya, setahun loh, nggak main-main nih sama Kompas.
Setahun loh ini beneran. Setiap bulan. Ya, Oke. Kita berharap bisa terus memberikan pelayanan terbaik dan menjadi kepercayaan Tibadis dan semua sahabat Kompas.com dalam meningkatkan kemampuan berbahasa Inggris dan update akan berita-berita terkini. Baik, saya Ayunda undur diri, sampai jumpa di English Day antar TBI dan Kompas.com selanjutnya ya. Stay healthy and don't forget to be happy. Terima kasih semuanya. Terima kasih Miss Agnes.
Thank you very much Tibadis and sahabat Kompas.com. I'll see you on the next webinar. Bye.
Bye-bye.